thank you for staying with us. As we do many times on the show, we show you, we give you a view of various businesses and organizations in town through Northern Exposure. The host of that program is Angela Scott. Angela Scott went up, up, and away? No, not away. She went up, 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 but she's coming back.
But she came back.
Oh, yes. We couldn't do without her. But anyway, Guidance Helicopter, and she's going to be talking to the people of Guidance Helicopter, how you can become a helicopter pilot and how much fun it is for everyone. Be aware audio might be just a bit high, so let's take a listen.
I am Angela Scott. Welcome to Northern Exposure. Have you ever dreamed of becoming a helicopter pilot? Or even just flying a helicopter? I have an amazing experience right now, courtesy of Guidance Helicopter owner John Stonecipher. Taking us on this high experience. Welcome, John, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
John, a lot of people dream of being a helicopter pilot. Is that your dream?
That was my dream from the time as far back as I can remember. I looked up at the sky, was absolutely intrigued by helicopters.
Well, someone out there has this dream for a pilot training center. You offer training to people throughout the entire nation. How does someone start?
Well, Guidance Helicopters is a professional pilot school. We were founded about 11 years ago, and our vision is to produce one thing, and that's professional pilots. If you're interested in becoming a helicopter pilot, obviously I encourage everybody to do as much research as they can. With the technology we got available perspective of the internet, you can learn an awful lot. But long and short of it is, you come through a program like ours 10 months later, after an intense training program, you come out Like I said, 3 to 5 years old, looking up in the sky and just being intrigued by helicopters. I think the final catch for me was taking a helicopter ride when I was 13, 14 years old. I was hooked. I was done.
And John, I think that's what we're all trying to do in life, really pursue our passion. If your passion is your career, it's not really a job anymore. Like
I am truly the luckiest man in the world because I'm doing exactly what I want to do every day.
And what surprised me so much was that the median income of a helicopter pilot is $80,000. On top of that, with perks, it averaged out, I think, $119,000.
That's probably a very good average throughout your career. It's definitely a six-figure salary.
And you can pretty much live anywhere. Like you said, you can live in the country, you can live in the city, you can live in Alaska, you can live in Florida.
Everywhere from Dubai to Alaska.
And John, I know on Friday evening, April 24th, you are in conjunction hosting a family event to support the Yavapai County Food Bank.
Absolutely right. The public's welcome. We're encouraging everybody to come out on the 24th at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're giving helicopter rides. We ask for a donation. We ask for folks to bring canned foods out. The whole purpose of this party is to benefit the Yavapai County Food Bank. Obviously, they're with the economic times.
Sure.
There's a huge demand for food, and we just want to have a good time doing it. We got live entertainment brought to you by the Haymakers, great band rockabilly band out of Phoenix, and we're just looking to have a good time. We're gonna have a barbecue, and we'll feed you. And come on out, bring some canned food. Let's benefit the food bank.
And they are there, they are low on food right now, so what a great way to help them. Wonderful thing that you're doing. We want to thank you so much for
You are very welcome.
experience. I have loved this interview, and I am flying high with excitement. Here at Night Helicopter and TV with your Northern Exposure.
I agree with Angela. They're so much fun. We went up in a guidance helicopter about 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. And it is so much fun. And so it just makes you want to get your pilot's license. It makes you want to fly.
And I think helicopters, I'm probably mistaken, you've flown a plane. I wonder if helicopters
Yes, with North Air.
Yeah, with North Air. I wonder if it's harder to fly a helicopter.
I think it is. I think it is more difficult. When we come back, final thoughts and moments.